As long as you're mine, can be how you want to, and see how bright we shine. I'll be here holding you. As long as you're mine.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome. On a beautiful Thursday afternoon here at the Brooklyn Cafe, where it rains and snows and then it gets sunny all in the same minute.
We don't even know what the weather does. We come into our warehouse and we don't leave until the wee hours of the morning.
No, I gotta watch the flag outside because we don't have a name to the building. Thank you very much, Mr. Virus. So we had to get some flags to put it outside the building. So as long as the flags don't fly away, it's good.
We're good to go.
One went down today.
It did?
First time.
Ah.
Because I didn't have the sandbags on it yet.
Oh. How's your car?
It didn't hit my car.
Hit mine? Did it?
You got it parked to the left.
How bad is my car?
No, I caught it before. I started going down and ran out. And when I did a catch, I looked like a baseball player.
Here's the beautiful thing. You can tell you've been married a long time when you deliver something, when you know my reaction's got to be good.
What does that mean?
It means that if we weren't on air, my reaction might be different than it is right now with the cameras on.
I wouldn't let anything happen to your car.
It's all good.
That's why I was watching and saying, it's blowing towards her car. And I said,
Happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome to, wow, I don't know how we can recap or better than yesterday's show, because yesterday's show was spectacular, but we get to do it all again today. We had a great meeting, 2 great events we have to big, huge save the dates for. So if we're going to go in the order of the calendar, save the date, November 14th, 10 until 3, really 11 until 3. It is the Celebration of Education Week, Celebration of Education up at Old School Square in Delray. It's not a week, it's a day, but you got to come out for the day.
And you can actually participate as a floater. We've been talking about this for a couple of weeks. This is the sign that you get. You get to show off what you do, what you have, and you get, I'm estimating there's going to be about 3,000 people there.
It is all about the kids. I'm so excited because not only do we get to be there, we get to bring all of the music partners that we work with, from Kendra to JT. I'm going to ask Goldie if the win-win situation will come. It's going to be amazing. And Captain Tiny's going to be there with the Avenger pirate ship. So kids, if you like to play pirate, and adults, if you like to play pirate too, you got to come on out to this event. There is a 40-foot real live pirate ship that's going to be there that you get to go in the galley and up on the, what's the top called?
The mast.
Up on the mast. I got to go when we were up over at Space of Mind. I got to go in.
I didn't fit.
And I was going to say, and I'm only 5 feet tall.
I didn't fit.
You're not going to fit.
I was too tall.
And I had to slide my little booty down there, although my booty's looking a little bit bigger on this because I've got the glass of Amy behind me. I love that. Sorry. Amy Rashevsky, if you're watching, your glass behind me looks like I've got outplanted.
That's funny. You got me. You stink.
So save the date, November 14th. Coming out to Old School Square. We're going to be right near the Christmas tree. It's going to be a great fun event. The fire department's going to be there. They're going to have face painting, CPR classes, hopefully balloons, Captain Tiny's pirate ship, all about the history of Delray Beach. They've got Spady, they've got the museum, they've got Old School Square, and we get to be there covering the triangle of all of it.
Do you know who we have to invite?
Who?
The Baconator.
They actually have a balloon arch that's going to be there already.
I know, but the Baconator has to help us design, because we actually have 2 booths. We got one, and then there's the music stuff on the side. You got 2 booths going on at the same time, because we're going to have musicians, we're going to have magicians, we're going to have a lot of things, a lot of people, a lot of fun. Hopefully our funds will come out to help with this thing.
It's all about the kids, because you can't do anything in life without knowing how to read. And all of the proceeds go back to our education for our kids, to get our kids on reading or above reading level. So
When
that
is
is what's so
Thanksgiving?
exciting. November 28th, usually around there.
So this is the pre-Thanksgiving Day Parade. We may have floats. I may have
Speaking of
Uncle
which,
Steve
who's going to kick
on a
off the
float.
event?
Who's taking off
The Atlantic High School Marching Band is
Yes.
kicking off the event
Right
right
down
down
the street.
Atlantic Avenue and 2nd. So that is incredibly exciting. See everyone in the community come together. Unity of community. And I have to give credit to where credit is due. Pam Polani coined that phrase with me yesterday. Unity of the community. And that is, I get so excited when the community reaches out to us and says, you guys were the first people we thought of to bring the community together. Not only at this event, but 6 days later, November 20th. Now, if you're looking for a Saturday night event,
This is breaking news.
this is breaking news. This case came to us yesterday, which is really, really exciting. Uncle Steve's going to be there as a vendor giving out tastes of the Gubba Rum. I already got the go-ahead from him. We're going to be kicking off a ribbon cutting of the re-grand opening of the Delray movie theater in West Delray Beach.
The cafe
Movies of Delray.
is going movie, because the event is one thing, but I want more.
The movies of Delray.
I want more. She got 6 theaters going on in there. I want one to do shows and productions and music. And I would like to do this one on the 20th as a grand ball. I want to get a tux. I want the ladies in gowns, red carpet, the whole 9. Let's blow it up big.
I'm excited. I found all my gowns.
You know how long I've been chasing for a movie theater to do
You
episodes?
love movies, and you're so old school. You're going to put on a tux. I get to wear a gown, walk the red carpet.
Yeah.
It's going to be very
We're
exciting.
going to have all the guys and girls in here tux it out, and we're going to look professional. Because it's 6 days later, so the carryover from the 14th
It's going to
will
be
go in.
great.
But I got to
Saturday
tell you,
night.
that's exciting news. When you told me that last night, I couldn't sleep.
Saturday night, November 20th at Movies at Delray, grand reopening. It's going to be great. And the movie that's playing that night, donated, is When All That's Left Is Love. It is an incredible documentary about Alzheimer's and what a family goes through when a family member is caring for a loved one with Alzheimer's and dementia. It came out a couple years ago. We've had the honor of promoting it for many years now. It's won film festival awards around the world, and it is now going to be airing again right in our own community. Proceeds go back to the Brain Bowl and Alzheimer's research, which is spectacular. And Brain Bowl is helping put this entire event together. They're going to be here next month, kicking off the event for November, and then their big Brain Bowl event, April 1st at the Boca West Country Club.
That's
So we got a
another
lot
one.
going on.
April 1st, that's the biggest event in Boca, as far as I know, when we cover that thing. It's tremendous. 4 screens. Remember that one year we did it? How many people were there?
1,200?
It was unbelievable. 1,200 people on the one roof.
Which is really exciting. But what I love so much is that people actually hear our message, that it is all about the community and bringing businesses forward and networking and doing what we get to do and promoting you and your message. As we talked yesterday, your mess is your message. We've been through a lot of mess, so it's time to get your message out there and your message heard. So we get to do all of this for our community.
And who coined that yesterday?
Our guest over
There
there.
you
We've
go.
got
What a
our
segue.
leopard diva over in the
The
house.
leopard diva. No, she's saucy. What is it?
Oh, no, I'm actually succulent.
succulent.
She's the succulent diva.
I don't know if a guy can say
It
that.
makes me think of that plant that, succulents.
Can
Plants
a guy
are
say
succulents.
that to a girl? Can I say, my goodness, you are succulent?
You just did.
Yeah, but I'm just saying
Yes,
normal.
I guess you can.
I guess you can, and you
Yeah.
did. Steve certainly can.
Always ask for forgiveness, never ask for permission.
Steve, for the owner,
Steve has learned from you.
It's Uncle Steve.
Say it and ask for forgiveness later.
Do you know Uncle Steve is a coined term from the New York Mets owner because he has a lot of money and he can buy ball players. But Steve over here, Mr. Steve, owner of Gubba Rum, he's always been Uncle Steve
Yeah? To you?
to me. Yeah, I gotta tell you, I respect Steve for a lot of reasons. He has a business. And like everybody else, it's been tough times. He's still kicking. He's still doing, and they had a little health hiccup on the road, and they're gonna be sitting here. People were asking me how you feel, Steve, because apparently the cameras are picking up. You're a little bit sensitive.
That's true. Actually, I feel when I look in the mirror, it seems to me that I look really, really bad. Sometimes when people who are heavy lose a lot of weight, I know I for one am tempted, I don't do it, to say, "Are you okay? Are you healthy? What's wrong?" And sometimes you might not get like the answer you get. So I learned not to do that. But I have lost weight, and I think I look terrible, and I have a long way to go yet. Got to get back in shape. I've got some exercising to do, some nutrition to do, and but I feel good. I'm ready to be here for today's show with one of the great show business tandems in history, ranking right up there with Martin and Lewis, Burns and Allen, the Captain and Tennille, and Bogart and Bacall. But at the top of the list, we've got Don and Freddie.
Dawn
and
and
I'm
Freddie.
thrilled to be here.
We have our own list. Wayne Henry says Steve is in the house. Wayne, we can't wait to have you back in house tomorrow.
Oh, wait, he's waiting for you.
He's
And
warming up your
yeah,
seat,
I
actually.
was just gonna say that he's warming up your seat.
Yeah, Wayne, I'm sure he's got the paperwork all made out for me because I'm a good bet now, right, Wayne?
Oh, no. Actually, no. Just the opposite. So.
No, they clean out your pipes. You're good to go. You're healthy.
I know, but I'll tell you about that. So I had a quadruple bypass, and I hate to admit this, but I'm 68 years old. So let me ask you, the question is, what's the math on this? If it took me 68 years to go down the chute and have a heart attack and need a quadruple bypass, I got to get, I must get at least 10 years out of the new
Absolutely.
veins and the new plumbing. So, if I make it to 80, there's going to be a big hot fudge sundae, and that's it. I'm done. I could be done at that point. We'll just move on to.
Did you ask for a warranty?
That's right.
Money
they
back
did.
guarantee.
In fact, I have a lifetime warranty. It will expire on that fateful day when I take the eternal dirt nap. So it'll be great. I'm really
The eternal dirt nap.
the
That's
eternal
a good
dirt
one.
nap.
It's magicical. Listen,
Additional lower.
are you? Stop.
It's the mushroom face moisturizer.
It is. Do you know?
You didn't
I
tell
gotta
me.
tell you something. It smells good now. I think you gotta let it evaporate a little bit. I'm living with it. What are you laughing at? What are you in the funnies today? I had a question for Steve, and you made me forget it.
Something to do with the eternal dirt nap?
How long does his plumbing last?
No. Steve, are you an excitable guy? Do you have like a lot of tension, or are you kind of easy?
I'm not. I can't say that I'm a straight type A guy, but I have a lot of type A in me. But I get excited. It's fun to get excited. If you don't get excited in life and you don't get passionate, what are you doing? You're sleeping all day. You have to get excited.
Did you know he was a passionate guy?
You take things personally. People say, well, business, don't take it personally. Of course I take it personally. It's my business. I take everything personally.
Thank you very much. Because I agree with you. And Freddie says, don't take it personally. It's business. Really? But it's our business, so I do take it personally.
When I put this in my face and swallow it, I'm sorry. When I swallow this, when I swallow the rum, it's personal. It's not the bottle, it's the liquid. So this is a different business.
And I want to have a personal relationship with everybody who loves Gubba Rum.
That's right.
Or at least 50% of them, anyway.
When you open this bottle, Mr. Gubba is in here.
Yeah.
He has a fingernail in every bottle.
Is that like Captain Obvious? Can you imagine, Steve, if you would have had a floating Steve like Captain Obvious inside the Gubba Rum bottle?
Oh, no, I can't.
Well, we can't because somebody will swallow it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody
Yeah,
stupid enough to swallow the damn
Yeah,
thing.
there's a
Just say the essence.
Like the worm in the
the
tequila?
essence. I
We're
like
having
that.
the essence of
Yeah.
Bubba Gum.
The,
How's that?
The essence.
the precious bodily essence of
I mean, there may be some-
infused in every bottle of Gubba Rum.
There you go.
There may be some Steve Sweat in here.
Say hi to Miss Mandy, the Queen Contour Palette line. Good morning, good afternoon, Miss Mandy. Say good afternoon to Crystal. She's letting us know, she's our history keeper, that Denise did coin the phrase.
Yes, you will forever be coined.
A
the
mess
Masters
in your
on Message.
message.
Oh, why, thank you.
And Steve, I have to thank you because when I reached out to you last night about this new event that we were asked to cover, you said, yes, I'm all in for sampling the Gubba Rum. So I thank you for that.
My pleasure. We just have to make sure we're dotting our I's and crossing our T's.
Absolutely. And we're going to get you in contact with the organizer of the event since it is not our event. We just like to network of our community and bring everyone forward that we can.
I actually know for a fact that the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed because I know what you're asking because you've stopped me many a time from doing something stupid. But I know for a fact that you're all covered on this base.
That's great news.
So we're going to have some fun with it. Listen, do me a favor, Carrie and Sharon, you're looking at the show, share it out because me and Facebook seem to be having a situation. They don't like me very much.
You're having some information?
No, they sort of block you from sharing out now. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay.
Mandy, we hope to see you soon. And
Amy Rashevsky?
Mandy. Amy Rashevsky. I haven't seen Amy in a long time. She's living up
We're
her
gonna
life
redo
in
Amy's
North
wall.
Carolina.
I'm going to redo everything out here. I take a day and because you got to stir the drink. What did I tell you?
I know.
Didn't I tell you? You don't tell people that part.
Go share.
I stir the drink. I think you were here when we were moving art around yesterday.
No, I wasn't.
We were moving pieces around because you got to stir the ice in the drink. You know how you have a drink? and
Oh,
you
yeah.
stir?
Got to
So when
mix
you
up
do
the
that-
ambiance.
So when you do, and you said it yesterday about the ambiance, right? You suck up ambiance and whatever.
She's
I eat
succulent.
ambiance.
She eats
She eats it.
ambiance because she's succulent.
All that. But I did that and the phone blew up yesterday. True?
100%.
All sorts of good stuff happened. So I figure I'm going to stir it up a little bit more. Maybe throw some Gubba over my shoulder like the salt.
I have to tell you, last night I left NN and heading home and I'm listening to Sarah Spiritual because for some reason my radio defaults back to WNN.
Which it should. But go ahead.
95.3 always.
Yeah.
And she was starting her show talking about the energy we waste when we worry. And I thought, how poignant, because you and I have just been talking about worrying and the energy, and we're Mercury retrograde, and all of these things that we spend time, wasted time on worry, and what that does.
Right.
And really what she's saying is you need to be present in the moment and be where you are and watch things open up. So as I'm listening to her talk about this, these texts start pouring in. I'm thinking, holy cow, she's talking my angels right
So
now.
you think you're giving Sarah the credit for what I did in here?
No, I'm just saying she brought awareness to everything that you didn't hear because we do worry. I don't know if you worry, but people tend to worry a lot, right? And when you spend time worrying, you're taking time away from what you could be doing, not to be worrying.
People or doing?
People. I try not to worry. I try to compartmentalize in my little filing cabinet in my brain, the tabs.
It's like Captain Courageous over there, worried himself sick.
It's a Jewish thing, though.
Is it?
Steve, isn't it?
Is it a Jewish thing?
Say that again. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you
I think
clearly.
it's
Losing
the
my-
I think
worry-
it's a guilt thing.
The worry, the guilt, I really think is a Jewish thing. Maybe
The guilt,
Italian.
yes.
Worry. I don't think. Well, it's a combination because worry is one thing and guilt is another. The guilt thing is very universal once you really start talking to people. Between Jewish guilt and there's Catholic guilt, and there's Brooklyn Cafe guilt. There's all sorts of guilt.
Brooklyn Cafe
But worry,
guilt.
there are people who worry. If it's anything, if the water drips from the faucet, they have a nervous breakdown. People have to stop worrying about nothing, and people worry about nothing way too often, especially nowadays.
Are you a worrier person? Do you worry a lot?
Me?
You.
No.
Are you
No,
guilty of
n-
something?
no,
Because I know you're guilty
no,
of something.
No, I don't feel guilty. I don't worry. I don't regret. I don't, because why? What are you going to do? If it's done, it's done. Move on. Stop.
You know, Latinos.
I agree.
Latinos, we don't feel guilty about nothing.
No.
No.
We keep doing it wrong. We keep doing it wrong. It don't
And
make a
then you
difference.
have another drink, you do it again.
If you have another drink, you're allowed to do it
You
again.
can do it again.
I mean, we don't worry about. I mean, do we worry? Yes, everybody worries, but we don't have any of that guilt stuff.
You
So-
never outwardly worry, which makes me wonder, do you inwardly worry?
No.
This
What are we
is
gonna worry about?
this is just authentically you.
Yeah. What are you going to worry about? I can't move that wall by worrying. Let me see. See, it doesn't work.
Oh, I have a surprise coming for
I know.
you.
I already know it.
You have
Gotta
commissioned.
stir
You have
the
commissioned
drink.
a good friend of ours, and she is making a painting to cover a bay door.
I
Now,
hate that
any
door.
idea the size of a bay door?
Yes, 10
It's
by
got to be
10.
16 by 10.
16? I don't know.
It's got to be 16 by 10.
I'll lay Uncle Steve across a few times to see that.
And she is creating for you an original, which is going to be, wow, on fabric. I mean, she said to me, she goes, I went from tipping my toe in and having a cup of coffee with you last week to she's now painting and she's at events and she's busy. She's going to be spotlighted on another show we produce. She'll be back in studio next week.
When you have the talent, all you got to do is open the door a little bit. It's like I tell Uncle Steve, open the door a little bit. I told Steve, I made Steve a promise. Now, we had to stop the promise because of what happened with but I told Steve that this rum is the best. I mean, all the other stuff that we sell, I can dig, but this, there is nothing that tastes like this.
We're running low again.
Yeah, I got to call my Uncle
Uh-oh.
Can you fix it?
Red alert, red alert. They're running low.
Well, tomorrow, today, I have to go out and get the ingredients for our breast cancer awareness Gubba Rum drink, which tomorrow is October.
He says he knows he has the ingredients, right?
We
can't say gave,
we
he
have to
told
do
me.
that. We're going to do that this 2:00 sharp. We're going to do that so that
Yeah.
we have a drink to drink tomorrow.
What'd you say?
2
What?
o'clock
Sharp, S-H-A-H-P.
What's the shop?
Shop.
That sounds like the class. What is that?
S-H-A-H-P.
What a
Shop.
northern thing.
Shop.
It's a
Northern
it's a
thing.
far northern thing. It's so cold up in Massachusetts, so we cannot say the letter R. So that's what happens.
So
Shop.
that's why they parked the car in the yard.
Exactly.
At 2 o'clock shop, we're going to be
What
making.
the hell is a shop?
I hereby designate you an
You
honorary
mean sharp?
Bostonian.
Sharp.
Congratulations.
Sharp?
Like at 2 o'clock
Oh,
on the
2 o'clock
dot.
sharp.
Sharp.
Really? This guy needs a thesaurus.
It's coming from you.
Coming from the Puerto Rico.
It's a
can't speak English.
chronological
Lord
thing.
have mercy. At least they have an excuse for me. I don't know the language.
Hey, you know, I got to go back to the worry thing for 1 second, real quick. I've been thinking about this for the last 2 minutes. You know, why don't I worry? Because I had my mother, may she rest in peace, who I loved to the end of the earth. She was great, but because I grew up with her as my mother, I don't worry. Why? One night in junior high school, I'm playing basketball one afternoon, and I broke my finger. I didn't know I broke my finger, but I knew it hurt like a son of a gun. And that night, I said, we're eating dinner, and I couldn't cut my food, and I was in a ton of pain. And she said, don't worry, you're going to be all right in the morning. So another 10 minutes goes by. I say, you know, Ma, I think this is not so easy. Can we go somewhere and have a look at it? Sure enough, I'm the X-ray, my finger was broken, but she wasn't, because you'll be all right in the morning. That was her attitude. Whatever it was, just you got to deal with it, no matter what. So you can either have a breakdown and panic, or you could deal with the problem. And so that's what I do. I deal with the problem. I don't panic.
I love your mom. I would like to put your hand in the meat grinder and then tell you, don't panic. It's your hand.
She would
I
say,
don't have no pain in this.
honest to God, she
Why
would
would
say,
I panic?
you're going to be all right. Don't worry. We'll
That's
take
right.
care of
Mom
it.
is absolutely right. A broken finger, break 10 fingers.
Doesn't
It's
matter.
your pain.
What about your mom? Did she worry?
My mother used to say, Freddy, what is wrong with you, idiota? What's the matter with you?
¿Qué te pasa?
I cracked my head open here because I hit my sister and I ran and I hit the edge of a door. I don't know how that works. But anyway, so I'm on the ground. I'm bleeding to death because, you know, injuries in the head, they bleed. So my father, may he rest in peace, he comes over, he squeezes it, and he says, get me the crazy glue.
He didn't.
They do
that what
that
he
in the
did?
military.
He did the crazy glue, and then he took duct tape.
No.
And my mother says, are you insane? Take this kid to the hospital. I got 24 stitches. But he had the crazy glue in one hand, the duct tape in another. They weren't worried. Why should they? I'm the one that's bleeding like a pig. I'm the one that's in pain. They didn't worry. He said, don't worry about it. As long as you don't think too hard and none of that good stuff spills out, you're good to go.
Well, my dad worries about everything.
He's a doctor.
He'll worry about worrying. He never worried about being a doctor, and he would always calm his patients and allay any fears, but he is like King Worry.
Your father delivered babies.
No, my father took care of babies.
He never delivered them?
No, he would get them.
Mike,
Direction is that
He
in?
was like the catcher.
one way, baby. One way.
One way.
I gotta tell you,
This
Put it
way.
there. Put it there. Give me rule number one. Here we go.
my cousin,
Catcher's mitt.
my cousin he's one of them doctors that delivers babies,
Obstetrician, yes.
whatever. So he has 6 kids.
Oh,
He
jeez.
has 6 kids. So I said to him, maybe you shouldn't be a doctor, because it seems like you go in there and you go home and say, we gotta have another one.
Oh gosh.
And he was telling me the stories about women that are gonna have babies, because doctors show up at the end. They're nowhere to be found for the first 21 hours. They ain't got no more hearing left. So he tells me how they show up late. He says, are you ready to have the baby? Where you been? The Exorcist.
Oh my gosh. Chelsea was 23 hours. I was in labor with her.
Freddie was 22.
Oof.
Strange.
And then had a C-section. I'm like, wow.
You had a C-section?
Uh-huh.
After 23 hours?
Yep.
Why didn't they do it in the first hour?
She decided she wasn't coming out. So I decided you got to do something, I guess.
See, why are you going to worry when you have all these other things to worry about?
So many other things to do. All right, let's take a quick commercial break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about this incredible health and wellness line.
Gonna talk
And
about
then
any
we're going to get our
sponsors,
health and wellness, and then we're going to move into butter. You ready?
Get a pen and paper ready, because we're going to show you something different and a couple of things different.
And we got the butter lady joining us
A
at
couple of things
1:15.
different. So
All
you
right.
got it. You're going to want this stuff.
Butter. All right, stay tuned. Butter. We'll be right back.
House they want some love. Oh,
Strong cup of coffee to get you through your day? Try your very own Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee, the official coffee of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. You can pick up a bag from us, or 2. Contact us at 866-224-5422, or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Cafe coffee. The cafe doors are always open. Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
Welcome to Mini Donut World, where the donuts are hot, fresh, and delicious, made to order and customizable by you. Gourmet specialty flavors such as apple pie, French toast, campfire, and strawberry cheesecake are always popular. Looking to tailor your appetite? Build your own mini donuts. Choose from over 18 flavored donut bases, add on your icing flavor, and choose from over 15 toppings and drizzles. While kids enjoy our design your own kits to take home, our 21 and over customers love our alcohol-infused donuts. Come visit Mini Donut World at 8763 Sterling Road in Cooper City. Have questions or want to place an order? Give us a call at 954-369-2301. We know you will love each bite of our deliciously distinctive mini donuts.
Even though some things are far away, we plan for them ahead of time because they're important. When it comes to your celebration of life, it's really no different. You want to plan ahead now so your family doesn't have to later, and create a service that reflects your values, character, and traditions, no matter what they may be. At Dignity Memorial, we listen to every detail and make sure everyone is remembered.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Oh, where's
You busy?
my bell?
Where's your bell?
I'm busy. People are texting me and everything else. All right. Now, there's a couple of things going on that I'm glad to introduce because these are new and improved, and we're going to take this to other heights and move them on and everything else. I mean, Uncle Steve knows about us and what we do, but a lot of people don't. So, do we want to go in this direction first?
Yeah, let's talk to Denise. Denise was with us yesterday. She is part of the Dining Divas, and she got to join us. And after the show, we were talking about some of her side gigs and things that she's passionate about, health and wellness, and an entire line of wellness products, including skincare. So we said, come on back and let's talk about this. Now, I've been doing a lot of research. You know, I'm very health conscious, and I've seen a lot about the properties, the medicinal properties of mushrooms, not the hallucinogenic kind, but the medicinal properties.
I'm very health
of different
conscious too.
Yeah, I know. We all know. Steve, we are substituting in our next episode your mayonnaise for butter.
I can't say nothing.
So that we agreed upon. But let's talk about this incredible line that you had. We got to read a little bit. One of the products has great adaptogens and healing properties. There's moisturizers.
What's an adaptogen?
It's to help your body adapt to its environment.
That's what happened. That stuff you put on my face, it adapted.
There you go.
I actually smell it now.
So we got Denise Casale joining us.
Is there something wrong with me?
No.
It smells pretty
smells
good.
good?
I didn't like it at first, but now it's not bad.
Smells manly.
Nice and soft,
Like
right?
the Manly Men. Like the commercial Manly Men, huh?
That's your soap commercial.
I don't know about the soft because, I get 5 o'clock shadow at 4 o'clock, but it's smooth and it smells really nice. It smells clean, like you're in the forest.
That's a good way to describe like you're in the forest.
You see? I'm in the forest.
Tell us about this incredible line, Denise, that you're working with.
So I was introduced to the line recently through a gentleman by the name of Mike Rednauer, who happens to actually be the manager of all of the line products itself and distribution, and working with individuals that want to join the team and be able to participate in this product line. I'm very picky, super picky with respect with what I put in my body. A good thing we have this segment today between bubblegum and butter, so we're right in the between segments. But I will share with you that the product itself has a lot of properties, as mentioned by Dawn, that collectively it's like your true north in wellness. And so all of the products in here are organic in the sense that they are selective at the highest quality. Their line itself, as he said, was skincare, and then we also have the elixir and the shrooms. So as Dawn said, the shrooms are for medicinal purposes, not any other recreational format of using it, but the shrooms themselves have so many different properties. So I sat in a meeting, I was listening to everything, it was up front, it was a male-dominated meeting, and I certainly was asked, well, what do you think? And as a female, I started introducing my questions as to what at my stage of life and my health, how this would help me. So Dawn, this is going to click with you. For any of you out there that are going through your changes, even for those of you that are recovering from surgeries, anyone that's actually going through chemo, diabetes, ADD, as far as having to take meds for attention deficit disorder. And for women itself, it's good for anyone that's going through the needs of having to just improve their wellness. Best part, it doesn't taste like anything. I put it in my coffee in the morning. That's the shrooms right here, and they consist of the highest quality shrooms that you can actually collect to really get an enlightened wellness experience. So I've actually heard people say on certain Zoom calls that they had their attention span, especially if you're in your changes, or even like they call it pregnancy brain or menopause brain. This actually does help. And I can share with you that there are sentences that I forget how to complete because I can't remember certain things. But the point is that I started taking this, and over a period of time, I realized that my alertness really went to the next level.
So it helps you focus.
It helps you focus.
Well, they're saying here this study is that it helps with memory, focus, immune function, energy, even to reduce anxiety. And this one is huge, inflammation.
Yes.
Now that's the key right there. That's what we now. Okay, now you got my attention.
Yes.
Now is this the liquid or is this the coffee
No, this is
or the whole thing?
It's in powder format. Sorry, this is in powder format.
Okay.
You just put a teaspoon into your coffee or into a protein shake, into anything, anything that actually you can take it with water in the morning. It's tasteless. However, the inflammation component, it's huge. It's huge. I actually noticed a very big difference. It also has a side effect of purging your system. So it cleans out your insides, let's just say. It has a really good purpose in helping you cleanse yourself.
You know what that means?
Well, it says here that it's got digestive enzymes.
Yes.
Wow.
And I attest to you that they do.
So if you have diverticulitis, let's say, because I know people have it, this won't harm them if they drink it because it's going to clean up the system.
It actually does help improve the alkalization if you use the elixir as well. These properties are meant to and designed to help improve quality. Anything that's really, at the end of the day, a detriment, this is going to help. It's amazing. In Asia, shrooms are used as like one of the main sources of healing agents. I never knew this. I mean, I like mushrooms, period, in my food. Being able, as a diva, I love eating, but the shrooms component of this really has the most greatest effects with all the items that you feel could be most addressed. But to me, was the takeaway
Wrong name,
was
guys.
going through the changes. Because that inflammation, even if you're enduring through women, their monthly changes or going through their monthly, it actually helps with PMS too, because it's swelling that's making you most uncomfortable.
Whoa, PMS? I think this should be in every house. As a woman.
Don't worry, Freddie. You're through
I
it. You're
think,
all right.
how many houses do you think are in America that has a woman in it? A gazillion?
A lot of them.
So we should deliver that to every door. PMS eradicator.
Well, it's not going to eradicate, but it certainly will help improve the experience as you enter into it every month.
All of that counts.
Well, Denise, I have to tell you, it's looking like it just covers everything. The inflammation is huge. It's saying it's preventing brain degeneration, which is, we talked about Alzheimer's and everything. Managing blood sugar.
Yes.
That's
huge.
the name of the game.
That
That's what
is-
they're talking about now.
Managing blood sugar and inflammation, because when your body's inflamed, you're not just inflamed one place.
That's right.
It's systemic. So you've got inflammation everywhere.
Yep.
Arthritis and even just aches and pains, or sometimes I got my shoulder, my knee. You heard my hip pop when I got up.
It's furthest from the heart is where inflammation
Yes.
attacks you first.
Is that true?
Yeah, feet first, fingers first. Tarmac, what is that yellow stuff?
Turmeric.
Turmeric. I can only imagine. Now I got to tell you, I have to cheat here because you remember Zane? He was big on mushrooms. He told me if you take mushrooms every day,
Yep.
you won't have to take metformin. I mean, I thought he was nuts.
Yep.
But here it goes again. You take that with turmeric.
Yep.
You have, and take it at night in a little hot water, you have the antidote to take away inflammation. It does work through.
It does help purge. It's good. I mean, you can, if children, they recommend children over 5 also. If you are pregnant, I mean, it's not going to hurt you, and it does help you go through whatever is really happening in your body. It improves the quality of how to get through it much more efficiently.
Gotcha.
The other thing too is alkalizing. Dawn, you probably know about alkalizing. Alkalizing is huge in respect to disease. If you alkalize your body, it's harder for a disease to fight and win.
Wow.
Yeah, so
This-
that's what the elixir does. If you go through and use the elixir, which you can put in your protein shake, again, it's powder-based. You can combine them all, put it in one protein shake in the morning, with blueberries and bananas or whatever, and you've actually consumed every possible green on the planet that is a superfood that will help manage your nutritional value. I actually said to Steve here, what are you doing to manage your nutrition while you're healing? Yes, you're doing all the right moves. You told me that, but what are you intaking to help improve as you're going through recovery?
And what was his answer?
Oh, I'm embarrassed to say nothing. No, it's true. I'm not. I don't have a regimen of the type that Denise is describing that is proactively works to help me in any of these areas.
You're a perfect candidate to really take this and work with it and let it do its magic for you. It really
No,
should.
it sounds like a great. Especially the powder you're describing.
Yes, both of them.
That sounds especially beneficial to somebody like me.
Yes.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
This is clearly a great product. I hear you don't hear about this the way you hear about CBD. Could you give us some information on how the products compare and the benefits?
Well, clearly the qualities are very different, okay? There's CBD oils and there's CBD cream that you can be using. There's soothing effects that come with that, but there is a very large difference in the components of the digestion and the nutritional value. So I think that is the defining factor between both. You can have CBD infused food, you can have things of that nature, and there's healing agents, but not to the multitude that this can do for you.
I have one other question.
Sure.
Does this interact with medications that a person might be taking?
Great question. Actually, when I was in that meeting, there was a gentleman that shared that he has allergies. I mean, allergies that if there is a cure, he'll just pay whatever he could to go through it. And the response was that it can help you manage your allergies because once you alkalize your body and you're in balance with what your best chemistry can be, it does help.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's all about chemistry. How your body.
So it helps you alkaline your body.
The actual elixir does, and this one is really for health and nutrition and blending and really making nutritional healing properties. So if you take both, you're just going to glow.
So let me ask you, what makes this product? People want to. See, Jojo. Denise reminds me of you. I am so glad you're actually watching
She's been saying this for a day now.
How do I order? I love what I'm hearing. Okay, so answer her question and then we'll go on. How does she order this?
So if you go to the website, it's www.deniseliveultimate.com, and you can go right on there. But you can also communicate with me, and we can talk more about. We host Zoom calls if you want to know more about it. I'd love to speak more with you about this, Joanne, and see how it is that we can actually collaborate and have you try it. And there's not just that. We also have the actual skincare line that I fell in love with. People don't know my age, but I am very picky.
24.
Yes, 24.
Yes.
That's it. I'll run with that. That works for me. But the actual skincare line itself, I fell in love with. I've been using it, and so we have the eye cream. It's a cream. Yeah, I would say it's a cream. It's lightweight. You don't feel it, and also. I know you tried some of the skincare. These products here is a day cream and night cream. And they also have what I use now as a primer. I'm using it as a skincare to put on before I put my actual makeup on. So the properties of this, I'm amazed. I'm blown away. You can see it immediately.
All
So
right, Denise, I want to know, is it hallucinogenic?
no,
What does that mean? Make you high? No.
Only
Does
after
it make
midnight.
you see things in Prismacolor?
it'll make you it'll make you feel healthier. Okay, the seeing side
I hope she's
hallucinogenic
not-
part,
I
that's
hope
a
she's-
different phone call.
Is it a
I
little
hope
creepy
she's not
for you,
saying that
baby?
because of me. I gotta tell you,
That's a great question.
Uncle Steve, I gotta tell you something that I was taught a long time ago, being a diabetic. Sometimes you take things that go on top of your skin, that's on top of the skin. But sometimes you have to take something that goes inside your body and you heal from inside out.
Absolutely.
Of course.
And this is the stuff that I look at.
Yep.
I have been after the fountain of youth with this diabetic stuff. You've seen me put CBD on my feet. Right on the air I do it. You see me take this stuff. But I was told about that about 6 years ago and I didn't listen. And here it is haunting me again. And it might be something to go into because it sounds like it cures Inflammation is my number one thing. That's why they make fun about the mayo and the bread. I shouldn't eat that. I should drop bread out of my diet, no white potato, all of that. But then you know what? I eat grass and a treat. That's all.
I got to tell you, when I take the shrooms in the morning, I'm full. And with the elixir, I'm actually full all day. So
Look
that's
at you
me.
and look at me. It takes me a long time to get full.
No, it's filling. It really is. Is this the cure for everything? We got to be real careful in what we say.
No
But
such thing for the cure.
that is right. But what this can do is improve quality to a super ultimate enlightened experience. And no hallucinogenics attached to it. But I will say that really quick, you did try the day cream and the night cream, and we were saying how it has a fruity, woodsy scent.
The woodsy one I tried.
Right. So for me, for men, this is perfect.
And she does things for men. Do you know you're the only person in 6 years that been on this show that does something for men? Yes?
Yes, the skincare line.
Yes.
I love it. I think it's great.
I commend you. Every man out there buy this stuff. Because you know what? You may never see this stuff again because there's nothing for men.
So I just have to ask, what makes this line of mushrooms and adaptogen products better than some of the others that you can find at the drugstores?
So one of the things that I can share with you is the fact that the time and the concentration, the science that has been put behind this. They have a botanist on their team that is super high IQ, and this is their focus. This is all he does. And so when taking the combination and the thought process and what was the most perfect shroom combination, this botanist said and their team that this is the mix. This is the best of the mix. So ultimately, when you have that much pride, and this has been in the works for over 7 years, 8 years, and it's just now at the precipice of saying this is a game changer.
I
Well,
laugh
people
at
want
the
to know. They
comments.
say if they look
I
like
can't
you,
imagine.
if they look like you, they're in.
Everybody's buying it. They look like you. Yes. And I'm going to tell you something. You'll be surprised. We're not going to tell you the number. You'll be surprised how old this young lady is and how she looks and everything else. And this stuff has helped her feel better. You know, you feel better, you act better, and age doesn't make a difference. That's what
Wayne
it
says,
sounds like.
Steve, you got another 60 years.
Thank you,
According to
Wayne.
the charts.
And then you have to say hello to Andrea. Andrea Newell.
Yes. Andrea, how are you, Andrea? We've been waiting for you, Andrea. Been waiting.
Got everyone watching. Everyone says they're going to try it out.
You got to try this.
But they're looking for the ingredients. If they go to your website.
Absolutely. Yes. Everything is listed. You can find it on there. It's so simple, and that's what we talked about being basic yesterday. It's the most basic of combinations of the best selected. He's laughing in the corner. I can't imagine what's happening over there.
Everybody who's coming tomorrow wants to know if you can leave the samples.
Yep.
Why don't you call in now and try it? I tried it. I'm gonna tell you guys, it really does. I'm not trying to push product here, but it smells really. At the beginning, I didn't like the way it smelled, but now that it's sort of settled down into the skin,
You like it?
it smells pretty good.
I think it's a great product, personally speaking. And just for the medicinal properties of having both and the whole combination, I am very picky again, and I am sold on this, to put my name on it and say that this is something I believe everyone should try. It's a go. And, you can also work with being how it is that you can make this product line to live ultimate, maybe something that you want to grow with. So we can talk more about that, too.
He's laughing at the comments because everything, it's blowing up. I'm telling you.
They only get
They go, how come they get donut samples and not mushroom
Hey,
samples?
ladies and gentlemen,
Why do they
today is
get rum
health.
samples and
Tomorrow is
not
donuts.
mushroom samples? We're like Costco. Come for lunch.
I'm not Costco. You don't go to every corner in here and try something different. This is
You gotta
this
love
is
it,
the
though.
real. This is the real deal. And a lot of people, a lot of delivery, like Steve, he has this product. He doesn't hide from its Steve and what it does. It is what it is, right? It's wrong. She's not hiding from what it is either, because everybody knows the
benefits of
and,
mushrooms.
and how good that stuff is. So she's not telling you something that's not
No.
true.
What I didn't share is that they're rolling out a vitamin C line. Now that everyone is trying to, maintain health and really stay as far as they can above the line and catching or weakening their immune system, they're rolling out a vitamin C packet that you can actually have, and it's the bomb. It's just really the bomb, and I can't say enough about this, but please reach out, contact me. DeniseLiveUltimate.com is my website. You can communicate on there, and maybe we'll come back tomorrow with the team and we can talk some more about it.
Absolutely.
We'll see if we can bring
we'll
some
set
samples.
You up in the Costco corner.
That's what we need. This
Everybody
corner
wants
brought
to try
you.
it. So, I mean, it's up to you. Everyone wants the samples. Now, if she brings it tomorrow and you don't show up, JoJo, I'm putting a contract on you. There's a lot of people say a lot of
Did you
things.
tell JoJo to tune in?
No.
Because I said to Denise yesterday, she reminds me of JoJo.
Yes, she did.
Right? And there you go.
Very similar personalities.
Just the delivery, everything.
I don't think so, but okay.
You don't think?
No. But
They're outgoing,
I'm gonna take it as a
beautiful,
compliment
blonde,
regardless.
No, she's
100%.
the best.
JoJo's spectacular.
JoJo was with us. I had to go bury my mom in Puerto Rico, and JoJo came in and did the boards, and she used to do all that work at another place, and it was her. She didn't know what she was doing. She was hitting buttons, but we got the shows off with her.
Is that
Great
4 years
lady.
ago already?
5.
Wow.
It was a long time ago. But the bottom line here is that we are expressing new product. We want to push new venues, new adventures. We got the 14th, we got the 20th. This stuff, you try. Even if it takes away 10% of your inflammation, I did the math.
That's right.
10% of inflammation off of me is like 50 pounds. Because weight gives you inflammation.
Now remember, your intestines as well, we carry a lot in our intestines for many, many reasons, right?
Yep.
As I said, this does help purge and cleanse, and that reduces inflammation just right there.
Digestive enzymes.
And
That's
the
right.
immune system, I'm all in on that because
Yes.
I had a little scare, okay? And I need to beef up my immune system, which is what the doc told me. And vitamin C, I take it every day. Vitamin E, vitamin D. I take a pill every day for every vitamin.
And adaptogens.
Well, I got to tell you, if the elixir has all that for you. So if you don't eat your greens or you don't eat your veggies, this in itself right there supplements for all of that. And a
I
lot of
wanted
us
Vlad to
maintain a
take a look
protein
at it,
diet.
He was. You know, it's funny because when I first started this show, I didn't eat a green. I hated vegetables and I hated salads. Now I have a salad before every meal because I've learned from my pressures over there that it's in my best interest. Otherwise, you know, they say there's the right way and then there's the other way. And this is why I'm telling Uncle Steve over here that he has to heal from the inside out.
Always.
Take things that will help you.
That's right.
Yep.
Because it's not only about walking, that's all great, but you got to do a little bit more to give the body a little sustenance with things like this.
All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about butter. Now, this is not just butter. This butter is a new sponsor with the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Precious Treasures Gourmet Food, 34 kinds of butter. This butter is incredible. We've got some of the leftovers from last week. We're going to get the new season samplers hopefully next week. There's pumpkin, there's rosemary, oh my gosh. Tori Wells is going to be joining us in our next segment from Tampa, so stay tuned. More about butter. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Amp Media Productions and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They've been working around the clock, nonstop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses with added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422.
Jay Harmon exclusively in the Gallery of Boca. Jay Harmon captures the essence of really creative and captivating mind. Jay Harmon brings the light into the darkness on majority of his pieces using a negative background to highlight the details of some of his looks. I know some artists use white canvases, but he thrives on a black canvas. And here's the kicker. He only uses pencil, colored pencil, graphite pencil, and pencil for his art pieces. Yes, I know it's hard to fathom that these beautiful pieces came from pencil, but yes, they did. And the only way you can experience Jay Harmon is if you come to the Gallery of Boca. Jay Harmon, an unconventional artist with a unique story behind every canvas.
Tax alert! Tax alert!
I was receiving letter after letter from the IRS.
I got Mike Velati on the phone and I said, Mike, I got a problem.
He took the pressure off my shoulders.
He just made me feel like I had Superman on my side.
Trust me, he's the man to go to.
IRS problems? I'm Mike Velarde, enrolled agent. I can help. My company, Winning Tax Solutions, has always gotten our clients the best possible results. Visit us at winningtaxsolutions.com or call us today.
When your property suffers from water, mold, fire, or biohazard, you need a professional remediation company that is fully licensed, bonded, and insured. Rescue Clean 911 offer 24/7 emergency service with 1-hour response times now in your area. Water, mold, fire, biohazard. Call now 1-833-253-2699.
Handling the hard jobs with a soft touch.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And we are back. I have
we're back.
traded out my wand for a knife at this segment in time. Freddie's watching something else. We're ready to bring over butter. I'm really excited, Freddie, of our new sponsor, Precious Treasures
And Crystal, to answer
Gourmet
your question,
Food.
it cleans, but it doesn't give you the run, so you're good to go.
Precious Treasures Gourmet Food. We've got Tori Wells joining us all the way from Tampa. We've got 4 samples that there's a little bit of your steak butter left.
No, I want them to try it.
You don't want to try it again?
I already tried it. I want them to try it.
All right, we're going to pass out some butter samples. And there she is.
Hey, how are you, Miss Butter?
I am wonderful. How are you guys doing today?
This is what we've got left, Tori. We're going to share it out with everybody.
Glad. This
I
share this
love
out with
that
our
you guys
guests
have
so they can
actually
try it a
devoured
little
the
bit.
butter.
The butter. The
I gotta
butter, the
tell
better.
you,
This is a cleave knife
We
down
did
there.
a show last Tuesday.
It was this Tuesday. It was 2 days ago.
It was? No.
On
Was it
NN?
last week?
Oh, Freddie, you gotta keep up, Freddie. What are you doing?
I gotta get that toxic, that stuff right away because I'm losing my
2
mind.
days ago it was.
2 days ago,
You need
I've
to cleanse
gotten.
your brain, Freddie. Is that what's happening?
I don't know. All I know is that this stuff was freaking amazing, and I went to a famous steakhouse here in Florida, in this side of Florida, and I spoke to the manager of the steakhouse, and I said to him about the steak butter. But I didn't call it butter. I call it the steak type of sauce because they had these things on the table that you dip in as well. He said to tell Tracy to get a sample to him.
Okay.
To see if they can put it on the menu, if they approve it and the whole nine. I mean, you got to go through a whole process of this thing. But that stuff is so amazing that at least he's willing. I mean, I must have blown it up. He's willing to at least take a look.
Have you guys tried it?
We are. Tori, I got to say, well, you don't know this about me. I am a butter fiend.
So you're a foodie.
I'm
You
a
are?
foodie. I am a foodie,
Well,
and I
from
love
one foodie
butter.
to another.
I
I'm
love
glad
butter.
you're loving it.
And
I love
Tori,
butter
just
too.
I'm a butter snob. I only eat President butter from France, and I just found one. I can't think of the name of it. It's from the Ardennes in France, Lurpak from Denmark, and of course I can't eat any of them ever again because I now just had a 12 weeks ago heart bypass, and they said no more for you. So that finished me off. But I'm trying it
sorry to
anyway.
hear- I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
You know, I
But he's
say
trying
that
your
you have
butter.
to eat butter with grace now. You
Oh,
have
it's
to eat it
good.
with grace.
Mm.
We have a trifecta going here.
Yeah.
Between the Gubba Rum,
The
Gubba Rum.
Gubba Rum?
Gubba Rum, I'm going Bubba.
Which butter,
I had too much of it already.
Denise, which
The
butter
problem
did you
is-
try?
Denise, did you try them?
It's excellent. Yes.
I gotta tell you something about your butter. Hey,
Vlad?
I gotta tell you, the butter goes
Jessica?
on so many different, or Triple J. so many different things that it's hard to surmise that it's just butter. So my son calls me after Tuesday night,
Butter.
and he says to me, "That's
Thank
got to
you.
be one of the best shows you've done in 12 years."
You want some?
So I said to him, "What are you talking about?" He says, "Dawn was asking the professional questions, and you were acting like a nut." So I said to him, "I wasn't acting like a nut. I was acting honest because this is delicious."
Delicious, but this is the steak butter. This one's your favorite.
That's my favorite.
I know. I'm going to give it to you.
That's the one that makes everybody cry.
This is the one we talked about putting it on your potatoes. How do you say potato?
Potato.
Papa.
Papa. Potato.
Right? Can you imagine putting this on your potatoes?
Absolutely. I think you can put this butter on almost any food that you might have.
You could put this on your finger and
it's
just
so
suck your
good.
finger all day long. This is ridiculous.
Yep.
I told you I was at the market and the young lady said she dumped it in a pot of pasta. I thought, a pot of pasta? I like it.
That was
so I'm
smart.
gonna add that to the list, and I did.
this.
What are you doing on November 20th?
I don't know yet. I gotta check my schedule, Dawn.
Well, Saturday
What's
night,
happening
November 20th, we're
Yeah.
doing a red carpet event at a re-grand opening of a movie theater. And you know what goes with popcorn?
Nothing but some good old butter.
Thank you very much. So,
I love it.
I gotta tell you,
I can arrange to get you
I can't talk.
a situation, and they can sample your butter. And
I
that would,
like
how
it.
cool would that be? Popcorn
That would
and
be
butter.
awesome. That would be so awesome, Don. Oh my! I will schedule you in. I will erase everything else off the schedule for you.
You're gonna have to come
It
over.
means you got to come over, though.
That's all right. I'll come over.
Means you got to come
Not
over.
too far of a drive. It's only 3 hours, guys.
I got to tell you,
You can leave on Friday. It's not till Saturday.
butter bribery.
The cafe,
That's right.
the cafe is getting into the movie business because she has 6 theaters in this place. We're gonna reopen this place. We're gonna do shows and we're gonna do all sorts of stuff. But
I
the
love
popcorn and your butter. Now your butter goes good with steak. It goes good. This stuff goes good with anything.
Yes.
Which one of your seasonals would you put on popcorn?
I like garlic and basil on the popcorn.
Let's
That's
try
my
it.
favorite on the popcorn. Garlic and basil is my favorite on the popcorn. And then I have another one. I like the Cajun one. It's kind of like a Creole. I put popcorn on the label of it so you can. It's kind of it's fun and it's a little spicy, so it gives it a little kick. So
Would you
I
like that?
I-
Cajun. You like spicy?
I do.
Cajun on your
Yes,
popcorn?
I like Cajun when I'm drinking my Gubba. Don't ask me why. It must be a Puerto Rican
It's a
thing.
Cajun Creole butter for the
Ooh.
popcorn. It's
Well, that's spicy.
On
delicious.
seafood? It'd be great on fish. On
Oh, it's
seafood?
great
On shrimp?
seafood. Oh, yes.
That pasta dish you love. Linguine and clam sauce, Freddie.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Put her garlic
Oh,
basil butter on it.
I'm reading all the messages.
And I'm
in
making
here.
messages for you, food, and I don't even cook.
They want to know if you got a vegan. There you go. They want to know if you got a vegan
Butter bribery, yes.
Vegan butter.
So our vegan line is coming for all of our vegan foodies. Our vegan line is indeed coming. Not to worry, it is on its way.
Vegan is on its way.
And you
Wow,
know
how
that
would
Gub-
you do that?
And you know Gubba's vegan, right?
You want some of the vegan? Vlad wants the vegan.
Is there vegan butter
Yes.
there?
It's coming, not here.
Yeah, it's
It's
coming.
amazing how
Our
you
line
get
of
the
vegan
plate and
butters
you're
are
eating it
coming.
and you don't weigh anything. No. Why don't you have the steak one?
He finished the steak one, Tori.
I didn't
love
do
how
that.
looks. I love
I
how
kind of
that
feel, you know when you get to the bottom of a tube and you see if you can like squeeze anything out?
You're trying to get all of it off.
Don't be throwing that away.
Don't be throwing that away. You want to lick it?
Yeah, leave it there.
I think there's
I
nothing
lick
to
it- I lick
squeeze
it
out of the
outside. I
tube.
lick it outside.
I
But you
love
know what it
I
is? When you
love
find
it.
a butter that tastes like, it isn't butter. I don't think it's butter. I think it's like I like to dip chips. You know what do you do that when you do like chips and salsa or chip and salsa and cheese? This
As
is
long
like
as you
a
don't
dip.
double dip, you're good.
We're gonna
Yo,
we
please
gotta
don't double
introduce this to the dining divas. Let them have their dining diva dip,
Ooh, that sounds great.
right? I mean,
I
this
should
they're
come on
gonna
the
love
show
this.
and make butter so that folks realize it's really butter. Since you put that out there, Freddie, now you're gonna make me come to the show and do butter, so
No, I
folks
think
know
we have a
it's
plan.
for real.
Got to do butter.
You might
And
have-
I got to tell you, I always say I'm not a big butter person, but this makes butter better. This is so much fun.
Butter
34
better?
flavors.
Who'da
Butter
thunk it?
better, butter Barbary. How many B's can you do?
How many times can you say it?
Better butter. Better butter Barbary.
Better about the bribery.
Not too many times. Steve, that should be our contest tomorrow.
that's
How
a-
many times can you say better butter bribery after you drink your Gubba Rum?
That's a great idea.
What can we do at 12? You're in for this, Denise? 12:30 by 2 o'clock. Wayne, will you be able to say better butter bribery 3 times fast?
That's right. After I finish with you, you won't be able to say nothing. People are thanking you for the vegan butter. They haven't even come out already, but you're welcome.
You're so very
Crystal, you're
welcome.
welcome.
It is coming out. A lot of my customers are asking for the vegan butter, and I don't have a problem with that. The vegan butter is actually a plant-based butter, so I'll be doing it. And I am looking forward to those vegan folks because I turned them away, and I feel bad because I'm using a cow's butter. But the more I get requests for it, the more it'll make me, want to do it. And so since I've got an overwhelming request for vegan butter, I am going to go ahead and make that for folks. And it'll come in the same flavors. You just need to let me know if you're vegan or not. And there you have it.
And you will ship. And JoJo, who works at all of these incredible restaurants up in Melbourne,
Is she still watching? Jojo, if you're still watching, take this up to your 14 restaurants up in Melbourne and get them so they put them on the table with some chips. I guarantee
Oh,
it's going to be
man,
a
that'd
home
be
run.
nice. That'd be really nice.
Jojo and the Go-Go.
that would be an amazing. How far is Tampa from Melbourne? Probably close.
No.
I think 2 hours.
That's not
Yeah,
too
the
bad.
opposite coast, maybe
But you just got to go
2.5,
across.
3 hours.
Yeah, because it's up north. though.
Opposite coasts.
3.5 hours. Oh, okay. So it's like here.
We have to drive the butter bus.
I like that, the butter bus.
Why not?
Yeah,
You know
the
what?
butter bus.
Let's get the Mexican
Flags
guy.
all across the side
my
of it
goodness.
and big
The
old
Mexican
bold
butter bus.
letters. You had the butter bus. I like that, Fred.
I got a guy that has a bus. It has no doors. Has no
It's
windows.
a trolley.
It's like a trolley. We put him on this thing and we do the butter bus. Oh my
The
God.
butter bus.
And we put Slick on the roof, handing out, throwing out butters.
You've got new
That's
seasonal
wonderful
flavors
idea.
coming out also now that we're hitting October 1st.
Yes, we do have our seasonal flavors out. So we have an apple, onion, and gruyere cheese. We have a pumpkin pecan. We have our famous sweet cinnamon orange, and we have a walnut cranberry for this fall season.
Wow. Does it come with Thanksgiving recipes?
It could if you think that I help it out some. They always come with something for you to try it on, and I don't mind throwing the recipe in there. Yeah,
That'd be
that's
kind of
a
cool
great
if we
idea.
could put it, because you have these great cards. So maybe on one side you could put a recipe. Like you can use the pumpkin with something, and you could use one on your sweet potatoes.
Pumpkin butter.
Yes.
Pumpkin
Pumpkin
butter.
butter.
Or the cranberry
It's on
one
there.
would go great in stuffing.
Forget
I don't
about
know.
it. You're going to be eating
Yes.
butter all day 24/7 with this
Can you
thing.
imagine that garlic basil in your dressing, your stuffing?
That garlic basil is unbelievable. Here's
I'm
another
thinking you
one.
need some
Yeah,
like
and I'm
recipe
thinking-
cards.
I'm thinking Mediterranean
no, we need to have,
herb in your rices. Folks like rices.
Yep.
I imagine taking butter and putting a mix of the flavor of pumpkin, cinnamon, nutmeg.
I'm throwing out my spice cabinet.
Why not
Yeah.
throw
By the
mushrooms
butter.
in there? Throw some marshmallows in there too while we're at it.
So Tracy, while you're saying that, that pecan, the pumpkin pecan has all of that in there.
Oh,
It
okay
has
then.
cinnamon, it has nutmeg, it has pumpkin spice in there. Of course, it has the pecans, but they're praline pecans, and it just makes a great combination in that butter.
Love it.
Wow.
Sounds amazing. Right in time for Thanksgiving. You can't, I mean,
Absolutely.
perfect timing. People cook. We don't, but other people do. Tori, I'm cleaning up my kitchen yesterday
Oh,
because
you're gonna
I'm
give me
moving.
You're going to give me the stuff you don't use?
Yes. What do you want?
Anything that's you haven't used.
From my kitchen?
Maybe I should come up and cook for you guys a day and use the
Ooh,
butters.
that'd be great.
Whoa, wait a minute. You're a cook too?
Oh, I used to have my own catering business called Honey Brown Catering Company.
Wow. Gio's holding out on us.
Yeah, my son doesn't tell me everything.
Giovanni.
Well,
That
I don't
event.
think he didn't ask me all of that when we met. He was so impressed with the butters. He just thought, with my personality and then the food, he's like, I think you just make a great part of our show. So you need to try to get on with our show here. And I was like, well, let me know what's happening. So he didn't get into all the dirty details of what I do, but yeah, have my own catering company, catered for years. And then I did that while I was in Illinois, because I'm from Illinois. And then when I came down here, my husband said, you know, I just want you to focus on one thing, because I'm all over the place. And, you know, I'm a foodie, so I'm all over the food thing. He's like, can you just focus on one thing? And I said, you know, if I'm going to focus on something, I think I want to just focus on the butter. And there it is.
I'm going to have Taylor put a commercial together. Do you know how we need some fresh butter medallions, because these won't look so nice in a commercial, Tori? But how she did our coffee commercial, we can use these for the after. I'll save them. But we need some fresh ones, how they come beautifully wrapped. We open them up. You can put it on some bread, and then you get to take a bite. Kind of goes with our morning show.
The dirty.
Maybe we can put it on like that crevices and nooks and cranny. Exactly.
Make sure it starts off looking like this, though. You know how they come.
Oh, what a great
It starts off like that,
That's
and
the
it
way
ends
it
up
looks.
like this.
That's wonderful. I love
That's
that.
the way they came, actually.
Yes, this is how they come. And then when you open them up, they look like this.
Yes. They don't look like that now.
No,
That's a great
now you have
gift.
the wrapper part.
You
Then
think
need
about
the
it.
wrapper part. You need what Don just said. Now you need the empty wrapper part.
Yeah, this is what we've got left.
That's a nice
This
idea.
is Freddie's steak butter.
Yeah. And don't throw it away. That's a nice idea. It is a nice gift.
Actually, I think it's a great gift.
It's a great gift for the holidays, right? For
Absolutely.
people who cook.
For teachers and just family members, neighbors.
Teachers.
And if you can pair it up with like the nooks and crannies, you know how some of these big box companies, you order holiday gifts and you get a loaf of something to go with the sides, you get jams and...
The Precious Treasure crew, my crew and I, are trying to create this box that you can get monthly subscriptions so folks can actually order butter and give it away as a gift. And what happens is every month you get a new flavor. You get 3 of these lovely medallions in your box every month, and it's always a different flavor. So that should be coming out just in time for the Christmas holiday.
Perfect.
Krista wants to know if the butter has to be refrigerated.
Yes.
Absolutely. I know folks like to keep their butter on the table. I do as well, but because I'm throwing in all these natural herbs and spices, you don't want to keep it out on your table. I say give it a few minutes, let it warm up to room temperature, get what you're going to get, and put it back in the fridge, because it's just loaded with too much goodness and you don't want it to spoil on your table. You're talking about parsley and basil and thyme and sage. You know, you don't want that stuff sitting on your table for a long period of time. So refrigerating is the best route to go. And
Either way, though, if you're
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You know, even if you're invited over to go to dinner, someone's home, you don't want to show up empty-handed. This is a great little gift.
This is nice.
I take them all the time because this is my gift with a bottle of wine. I take my butters.
So I'm going to invite you over to dinner all the time because I get more butter.
Well, definitely. Dining Diva approved. I love it.
Dining Diva approved.
You know what? That could be tremendous. Dining Diva approved.
Diva. Yes.
Now, we're going to be doing a morning segment with your butter, our coffee, and we're still talking about the donuts, but I want to do something called Butter Your Day, where you start out the day and you have the butter on the set, and we're going to have some bread. We're talking to a bread company to do this as well. And you start your day with a cup of coffee.
And your shrooms.
And your
maybe,
shroom.
yeah,
There you
maybe
go.
your shrooms. And you put that in the coffee, and you have the bread and everything else, and that's the beginning of
Instead
your
of
day.
having a better day, you should have a butter day.
That's right. Butter your day.
Butter your day with some sunshine.
Yep.
We'll
And
come
I
up
wanna-
with something.
I want to put it on a shirt and merch it.
Andrea, where are you? Andrea will take care of that for us.
Well, if Andrea don't come, I'm going to merch it myself.
Tori, how do people order this? And she ships overnight shipping or 2-day shipping. How do they get it?
They can go to Precious Treasures, gourmetfoods.com. They put their order in, and I ship it next day or 2-day mail, depending on where they live.
And it comes, we had it, she shipped it over to us. We had it the next day. And here, this is from last week, which is delicious. The next order we're going to get next week. Got to exercise, Freddie, if I'm going to keep eating this butter.
This is hilarious.
From
They wanna
Crystal?
know- They want to know if the Dining Divas approved Gubba. Is it Gubba approved?
Definitely Gubba approved. Absolutely. Absolutely approved.
Tori, this is amazing. So I'm going to send you the information for the November 20th event, how you can contact the organizer, tell her that we sent you over, and I really think nothing goes better with popcorn than butter.
And
Butter. I agree.
And you got 38 flavors to pick from.
Yeah, I'll bring an array of flavors so folks can try, because people don't realize how many things you can put on butter. I mean, nowadays they put chocolate on butter, right? Can you imagine caramel vanilla butter on your popcorn? It's great.
It would be amazing. You would love that.
I do that all the time.
You
But
know,
now I got this
he goes
one.
to the movies and he gets these big containers of popcorn.
I
And then
share
drops
it.
the
Take it
candies
easy.
in.
I share it. I don't eat all that.
But now you could do different dipping sauces.
You know what? I'm going to go. Well, now I can't because now we're opening up our own theater. But before I was going to go to the other one here on Airport Road. I know the manager there says, yo, bro, you got to try this. Everybody's looking for a niche.
Gourmet butter.
And this might be a seller for them because the little butter goes a long way.
It really does.
Oh, Tori, welcome to the Cafe family. Cafe stamp. Oh, we should do with these. Cafe stamp of approval.
Yeah, you get a big cartoon that goes in there.
Boom.
Boom. I like it. Thank you so much.
Check it
for
out.
having
Precious
me.
Treasures Gourmet Foods. Oh my God, these butters are amazing. Better butter. Better butter. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to wrap up this Thirsty Thursday with some Gubba Rum and some more butter. We'll be right back.
Even though some things are far away, we plan for them ahead of time because they're important. When it comes to your celebration of life, it's really no different. You want to plan ahead now so your family doesn't have to later, and create a service that reflects your values, character, and traditions, no matter what they may be. At Dignity Memorial, we listen to every detail and make sure everyone is remembered.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
Looking for a place to get your ice cream fix? Look no further than Cold Stone Creamery. At Cold Stone, we make our ice cream fresh every single day in store. We have over 20 different ice cream base flavors and over 30 different mix-ins to choose from. We also have plenty of signature creations if you don't want to go ahead and choose your own. To end your creation, you can put it in one of our freshly made waffles. We have ice cream cakes, ice cream sandwiches, milkshakes, smoothies, banana splits, sundaes, and so many other things for you to come check out and enjoy. We are the official ice cream store of the Brooklyn Cafe. Hope to see you soon, and remember, it's always a great day for ice cream.
Attention Florida residents. Is constant water damage from the elements putting holes in your pipes and your wallet? We cut the cost when disaster strikes. You deserve to have your house be a home again. At Triumph, we get you paid the most for your insurance claims. Broken pipes, water damage, and mold? Triumph Consulting covers it all. Call our offices now to qualify for a free house inspection at 954-669-4935 or visit www.wegetYouPaid.com.
been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
What? If you want some love, let me give you what I know you've been dreaming of. Just touch my body over here. Oh, baby, be sincere. I like the way you kiss me when you do. I like the way you lick me, yes I do. The way you hold me shows me that you're true. Yes, you do. Y tú sabes cómo darme las ganas. So we make love until la mañana. You're the only man that I wanna. Come on, papi, make me scream and holla. All the people in the house, they want some love. Oh, love. Put your hand in the air if you want some love.
Interesting conception.
Wow, I gotta tell you, I love this whole moving into fall pumpkin spice butter. Andrea Newell says, Tori, if you're still watching, she will do boxes personalized just for gourmet foods, for precious treasures, and Dawn's recipe card, which would be hilarious in itself.
You're funny.
Yeah, I started cleaning out my kitchen last night because, you know, we're moving.
I just asked you for all your ingredients.
And I couldn't find my baking sheets, as if that really even matters because I
you never use
because I
them.
don't bake. But I was a little concerned that I couldn't find my baking sheets. And then I started laughing to myself. I was sitting on the floor. Who would steal my baking sheets? Nobody. They were in another cabinet that I don't use. Spices that, you know, I have allspice. I think I've got 4 things of dried allspice. I've got things that nobody would even have.
You have sazon?
No, I found some I found some Mrs. Dash though.
No, it's not the same thing. Sazon. You know
it's those little cubes, right?
Sazon is what Puerto Ricans, Latinos grew up on. It's like milk from a woman, from a mom.
Oh my gosh.
The way we grew up on was everything was sazon. Was everything sazon?
And Vicks.
Yeah.
Oh, you talk about that all the time. So I got to ask you, Denise, you are half Puerto Rican?
Half Puerto Rican, half Cuban.
Wow, did you realize that?
She told me that yesterday.
And where did you grow up?
Well, I like to say I'm a combination of the Brooklyn Bridge, the Lincoln Tunnel, and the Jersey Parkway, the Jersey Shore.
She's a New York Rican.
I'm a New Yorican. Yep.
She's a New Yorican.
And she has Maya West is where her family's from, yes?
Yes, on the Puerto Rican side, yes.
If you call Maya West and ask them about the Santoris or the Sedas, S-E-D-A,
right,
they own that town.
Is that right?
Oh my goodness gracious. Because our family was huge, they went out west. And that's where she's from.
Well, the
Mile West?
majority of those that are from there also have light hair and light eyes.
All of them.
Yep.
They're from Spain.
They're from Spain.
Yeah. Like you.
And she speaks Castellano. You know what that is?
Spanish?
Finally, we got something that she doesn't know.
Spanish?
Yes,
But it's
a
the
different
kind.
type.
It's not your
It's
Spanish.
real Spanish.
It's the
old
proper
It's proper Spanish,
pronunciation of Spanish.
And
yeah.
it just tires you out when you say
right?
it.
It's not like Puerto Rican Spanish.
No, there's nothing like Puerto Rican Spanish is, if you're going to park your car, you go,
El
El
parque.
Parque.
That's Spanglish.
How do I finish your sentences and I don't speak Spanish?
Because you do speak Spanish.
El
You know she
parque.
speaks Spanish, right?
Spanglish,
I'm having
I'm
a
sure.
conversation about her to somebody in Spanish, and she says, you know, you didn't have to say all that. I go, what did you say? I understand Spanish because she has a master's in Spanish.
El parque.
Oh, great.
No.
How do you say donut in Spanish?
Wow. Donut.
And
Something
if you have the
frita.
answer to that, write it in or call in, and you'll win a bag of coffee. How you like that call to action? There's a proper way,
There is a proper way.
and then there's the Puerto Rican way,
Okay.
which is donut. Dame el donut. Just because they put the word L doesn't make it Spanish.
El donut.
It's
or
the
is it
accent.
La donut. Is
La
it,
donut,
is it
you wanna make it
female or
female?
is it male?
I don't know, look under its
La
crest.
la la.
Or a cake.
El cake.
Stephen,
What
you wonder
the
how we
hell
do this
is
every
that?
day.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
La L, and you're thinking they do this every day.
Is this a male or female bottle? Is this La Gubba or El Gubba?
It's El Gubba.
It's a male.
It's actually
Senor, actually, if you
End of
prefer
the day.
it, Senor Gubba.
It's
And you have to
Senor
roll
Gubba.
your R at the end of
Gubba.
Senor. Senor.
I like it.
You know, when you come in on a ship in Old San Juan, there's a Senor Froggy. A Senor,
Oh, yes, Senor
Senior
Frog. Yeah.
frogs.
Senor Frogs. Right there when the ship comes in. And I used to hang out there. Freddie then met me there when he was in Maritime. We went there with his friends and everything. And everything that you drank had an El or Ella. Because drinks are always considered a female.
So are
Ella.
boats.
Yeah, because they're delicate, they're beautiful, they're things you look at.
Did
So-
you realize we found out, and maybe you knew this before I found out, that a guitar, a violin,
Yes.
is resembled after a woman?
A woman's
Absolutely.
Steve, did you realize that?
I had no idea.
Well, look at it.
But I never thought about it until you thought about it and you went, absolutely,
Yep.
Yes, it's the waist.
right?
And the bottom's always bigger.
Like mine.
It
So
should be.
when you sit in front of Amy's painting,
You know, there's
you
nothing
see
wrong
that.
with a big bottom because your waist is small. So I mean, it's got to go somewhere.
It's got to go
I
somewhere.
don't know where it's going. But
Remember
it's
your
gotta
Fix-A-Flat I got you that one time?
go. Oh God! Did you remember in the day when they used to put for women to get big derrieres, they used to put Fix-A-Flat?
Yes.
Puerto
Remember
Rican Cubo Castellano is the
Oh.
dialect that is considered the way to speak properly.
Yes.
No, Puerto what?
Puerto Rico Cuba
Cuba?
Castellano.
Wow, that's a thing. Is
I,
that a thing?
I don't think that's a thing.
This chick is like.
But
Is
either
Crystal
way,
Hispanic?
Castellano is the proper way.
This is like the World Book Encyclopedia over here.
Yeah.
Remember the World Book Encyclopedia in New York?
Absolutely.
You had one?
I had several.
Oh, Crystal said
I
that's
came
a
to the
typo.
door and they delivered it.
Crystal's got to
World-
take off her autocorrect.
Crystal, information correctly, please. The World Books, Steve-O, Captain Steve. The World Book Encyclopedia has Gubba in it.
Wikipedia. We should do a Wikipedia
No,
for
no,
Gubba.
not the Wikipedia.
That must have
You
been
see
a different world.
It's a,
World book.
they don't know the World Book
I
Encyclopedia.
do. We had someone come to our house when I was
Right?
little.
Yep.
And we had to buy all of them. You had the red
the
ones,
volumes.
and
The
then the
gray
black
ones.
ones, the gray ones, the brown ones. I had everything in them. Then the leather bound
In
ones.
the leather bounds, I had the green with the white. My mother told my father, "You gotta buy them all, Enrique." Remember the travel book that was bigger than your head? It was about this big. I used to walk to school with this thing. Why? I don't know why. My mother says, "Here, take that to school. Look smart."
All of the game shows on TV, they would always cite the Encyclopedia Britannica as their source of information,
I
the
remember
official
that.
source of information.
That was our internet.
I remember
Yep.
that.
That was our internet back then.
And our crew probably has no idea what an encyclopedia is.
No. And I
Remember you
gotta
go
tell
to,
you,
right?
They don't.
I was an Encyclopedia Britannica salesman.
Went
Stop
door to
it.
door.
For a
You
year.
did Kirby too, vacuums.
And I did Kirby to go through NYU, yes. I sold Kirby vacuums. But I used to sell
Kirby
Encyclopedia
vacuums, wow.
Britannica because I wanted to educate minds. And I did really, really well.
Do you ever see Book of Mormon, the play?
No, but I heard about
And the
Book of
elders, they knock on the door,
Isn't there a
It's
movie?
it's quite funny.
right? It makes me
It's
think of Freddie
hysterical.
knocking on the doors as one of the elders.
Elder what?
Hello.
The elders.
Elder
The Book
what?
of Mormon.
Hello.
The-
My name is Elder Brown.
Exactly.
It was great. It was fabulous.
Wow, and what happened? You sold stuff?
It's a play. Book of Mormon.
I seen the movie. Isn't there a Book of Mormon?
Yes, there is.
Yes, that's the
Yes,
book.
and he's singing you.
I'm singing you
He's
the
singing
lead
you the
song
star.
from the play. Maybe I'm not doing
Why
it as
is it
well
that
as
only
they
you
do.
and him seem to understand this thing? Do you
Because
understand what he's talking about?
I had both kinds of
You
Gubba
do?
today.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, so the Puerto Ricans are getting left out in the cold.
Hey, Freddie, jump in. You know, shout
I
him
gotta
out
get-
when you know.
I gotta get more educated because I'm not smart this
We
way.
got to get you to theater.
You know, it's really fun when I get to meet somebody from New York and you throw things and things really happen. You know, like the humor man. What's that say?
Alana says her encyclopedia is google.com.
Yes.
True that.
That's true. There's your doctor, your priest, your nun, your divorce
Everything.
attorney. Everything is Google.com.
Alana, you high-tech wizard, you.
It's true.
But in the day, that good humor man and Mr. Softy were at war. You know how they go? "Ding, ding, 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 ding." Those guys, they were vicious.
Okay, I have to ask you the one question though. Do you know Papaya King?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know you do. You're the one who asked everybody from New York. Do you remember Papaya
Did
King?
you go down there?
To Papaya King? Or where? To
Papaya King.
Yeah.
In 43rd, 42nd?
Yeah.
How many hot dogs did you eat?
Oh my God. I mean, I was a little person. I couldn't have eaten that much. I don't remember, but I know
What
I was
about
there.
White Castles?
Oh,
But that was
Did you go
everywhere.
there?
it's still there.
Yeah. I got some in the freezer here. 'Cause
Oh,
I'm afraid they're
wow.
going to go out of style. I had to freeze them. They're like.
They're
chunks
still
of ice.
available. They're still there.
Don't
in
let
the
Vlad
supermarket.
hear us in case of emergency.
No, that's just a
Do
prop.
break
We're not
open
eating
the
them.
White
We're not
Castle
eating
box.
them. Do you remember having the double cheeseburgers from White Castles?
Oh, yeah, I remember clearly at 4 in the morning. Absolutely.
Oh, you used to hang out at 4 in the morning?
Well, I take that back. No, I didn't.
So you weren't that young. You see how the truth comes out. You remember Roseland?
Of course.
Wow, she's laughing. Only, it's like Vegas, Roseland.
Remember Coney Island?
Oh, you see, I only went to Coney Island one time and I threw up and no one went back.
Oh,
Bad
no.
memories.
Bad memory.
That's where I had my first
White
clam.
Castle in the freezer. Look at them.
In the freezer, but it's a prop. I take them out every once in a while,
it's-
but they're frozen solid.
Thursday
frozen
nights we
prop.
get really hungry here.
Freddie, when you were growing up, were you a member of the Jets or the Sharks?
You know, that's an interesting question because as a Latino, I should be on the Sharks, but I always loved the Jets.
Coming out next month,
Well-
right?
Yes, the movie's coming out next month. We're taking everybody. Maybe we should have it at our new theater.
Bam. Do it.
We got to go
Bam.
to the theater and see the remake of West Side Story.
Let's talk to Rochelle.
But do you know, that's an interesting question because my brother used to beat me up for saying that I was a Jet. He says, you're Latino, you're supposed to be a Shark. And I didn't know what the hell he meant, but
Now
it's
you
true.
know.
Yeah, now I know.
I gotta tell you, I love what we do. Steve, thank you again for joining us today. Wayne, thanks you for keeping that seat warm. Tomorrow we get to see Wayne and Steve together. Bam.
That could
on
be
set.
fun.
Denise Casale of Dining Divas, thank you so much for sharing this incredible product line, getting healthy, staying healthy, reducing inflammation, regulating your blood sugar. It's all from the inside out.
And this is
Absolutely.
not magic mushroom stuff.
No.
This is healthy mushrooms.
Medicinal.
That
Medicinal.
word. I can't pronounce that because
And Tori Wells, welcome to the family of Precious Treasures Gourmet Food. It's better than butter. It's spectacular butter. She will ship it overnight to you. Just check out her website, Precious Treasures Gourmet Foods, and she's going to be joining us. Save the date. We're going to be putting everything out in the next Cafe Press, November 14th and November 20th. Thank you all for always thinking us for community unity, and we will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time. Be kind to each other.
and don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save her. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors. Just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of ink that gleams across my body.